Good afternoon and thank you for coming today. I am Dr. Liz Brast, registered doctoral psychologist and Vice President of Brast Homes Limited. I'm 44, married for 20 years, and have 2 teens and a tween. It gives me great pleasure to announce that I am running for mayor of our city. I have a full life and a successful career.
Working with children and youth in public health care is a commitment that I find very fulfilling. But sometimes you have to look beyond your personal life and do what needs to be done. The trigger for my decision to run for mayor was the Design Regina Forum. The public was invited to give their ideas for the official community plan to guide our city for the next 25 years. For weeks after the forum, I thought about those people. They were passionate and they had great ideas. They had hope that they would be heard, that the city would listen. They were skeptical, but they had hope. We know what we need. Now all we need is someone to listen and act. A mayor who will continue to take our city forward. I commend City Council and the administration for what they have accomplished so far. It's a good start, but we can do so much more. Vision is more than the status quo. We must have openness, inclusiveness, and transparency in all aspects of community governance. This hotel is a fabulous example of heritage preservation, but there are other buildings around the park and the city that need protection. In my 10 years on the City of Regina Municipal Heritage Advisory Committee, I've also learned that some buildings can't last forever. Case in point, Mosaic Stadium. I'm a Rider fan. Who isn't? We've all grown up waiting for the start of the new season and looking forward to watching games with friends, sharing the wins and losses, waiting in line to get in, to get out, to hit the concession stand, and yes, the washrooms. We will all be sad to see it go. But given the public information available, then go it must. More renovations will simply prolong the inevitable. We need an alternate solution, one that will work not only for us, but for future generations of Rider fans and taxpayers. This brings me to the first of 3 core components of my vision for the city. Firstly, a commitment to sustainability. Spend taxpayers' money wisely. Plan and spend in a way that will generate revenue for future growth, as well as taking care of our current priorities and needs. We have incredibly bright and talented people in the city and in this province. Let's generate a practical, viable, and sustainable plan to build a new stadium in the city, and then do it. But not exclusively on the backs of generations of taxpayers. Let's explore a bond issue. Let's look at other financing options. Let's look at alternate sites. But above all, let's do it in an open and transparent fashion. Ideas and solutions should be put forward and discussed publicly. The perception is that the stadium plan has been put together behind closed doors and presented as a done deal, as if descended from the mount. This is a generational opportunity. Let's not squander it. The key to sustainable economic growth is a business-friendly environment, one that allows companies and their employees to thrive. Small and medium businesses are the economic lifeblood of our community. Along with major corporations that have chosen to situate their head offices here, they will drive future growth and expansion. To future facilitate this growth, as your mayor, I will work to establish a foreign trade zone at the Global Transportation Hub to provide more opportunities to existing manufacturers in Regina and to encourage the development of new and diverse exporters. This is the logical progression for the Global Transportation Hub, so let's do it. We have other needs as well, needs that we can't defer to the next year and the next year and the year after that. We have a pension deficit. We have a water treatment plant that we need. infrastructure repairs. Roads and sidewalks are crumbling. Our central library needs an upgrade or adaptive reuse. These are some of our long-term challenges, but more so, long-term opportunities, if we do it right. Secondly, and urgently, attainable housing. Take a moment and visualize who you think needs attainable housing. I was at a housing forum last month in a Lakeview Church Hall. That room was packed with senior citizens. Our parents want to stay in their homes. They want to stay in their communities. They want to be close to their grandkids. But they need something affordable. These are the men and women who built this city, this province, this country. They raised us. Our parents deserve better. Our parents deserve their dignity. All kinds of people need affordable housing. Think back. We all started somewhere. Usually in mom's basement once or twice. 25 years ago, I worked in this hotel to pay for university. I was fortunate enough to be able to barely afford an apartment, complete with an assortment of questionable roommates. It's becoming less and less of a possibility for our children today as vacancy rates approach zero. At the same forum in Lakeview, I heard stories of people in our city renting a closet or paying $1,500 a month to live in a tool shed. Families from refugee camps with few belongings, former residents returning home to reconnect with family and friends, men and women looking to build their futures in this phenomenon that is the Saskatchewan economy. But they need a place to start. The housing crisis didn't develop overnight. It's been with us for many years. Yes, we can advocate to the provincial and federal governments for assistance, but we must do more. We cannot sit by and wait for bureaucratic wheels to turn. We must put forward a Made in Regina solution, and I will. Bottom line, we will build. As mayor, I will establish a housing task force and bring community organizations, businesses, and governments together to develop attainable housing options. And then we will act on those options. That leads to the third component of my platform, complete neighborhoods. We must protect the downtown and its heritage as the heart and soul of our city. A melting pot of arts, culture, business, entertainment, and people working, living, and exploring. This is the central point that keeps our city alive. But it's not for everyone. We also need community plans that will direct the development of vibrant, inclusive, and safe neighborhoods. But please, let's get it right. Ever tried to make a left-hand turn on Quant Street? Or go to the Grasslands Walmart? Or quickly slip into one of those smaller stores out there? We have all kinds of development. But however we develop, we all have to live with it. Proper planning can save time, money, and stress. There are other challenges, or as I've said before, opportunities. Our film industry is facing recent challenges in our province. As your mayor, I will establish a City of Regina Mayor's Office Film Commission that will connect local businesses and our film industry. Regina businesses will enjoy increased loyalty and revenue from the arts community while they encourage and promote our local productions by offering substantial cost savings. Arts and culture are an underlying current in our city, and their loss would make our community less livable. In closing, you can't read a label from the inside of the bottle. It's possible to lose touch with what people really want when they're trapped on the inside. I've been involved with city committees for 15 years and have been fortunate to be outside of the bottle, in the community, and talking to you. And I am listening. I will strive to meet your needs and protect your interests, even if I have to give the bottle a shake from time to time. I ask that you give me that opportunity. Regina is a great place to raise a family. We can have the amenities of big city and keep our sense of community and one degree of separation that is so precious to us. It makes the city such a special place to live. We have an exciting future ahead of us. We are a world-class city. As your mayor, I will work with you, with the City Council and the City Administration to take us into the future. My name is Liz Brass, and I would be honored to be your mayor. Thank you.